everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Wednesday, which means we are back working in the State Journal, and I told you I was going to be doing something special. So let's talk about this new item I want to include in the State's Journal. One of my favorite programs to watch is Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on Food Network with Guy Fieri. Love watching that show, love watching those chefs show off. Of course, I watch most anything that Guy hosts, but I have my favorites. And Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is one of them because through his show, I get the opportunity to visit places I will probably never visit in real life. And I get to see some really unique food, some talented chefs. And so what I want to do is I want one spot in this two-page layout of each state to feature a block of diners, drive-ins, and dives. And what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm picking out 3 different locations in each state that have been featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. Now, I have brought diners, drive-ins, and dives up on my iPad. I like the one on Food Network better, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but this is the one that I have up that we're working with today. And one of those is, they also have this list on Food Network, where you can go into foodnetwork.com/diners, drive-ins, and dives. I believe that's it. And you can, just like on this site, you can pull out the restaurants by state. Now, this particular site has a whole bunch of ads and pop-ups. I don't have that problem on Food Network, I don't believe. But this is the one I've got up for today. So, and you can see here that they are listed by state. And you can go down the line and pick whatever state you want to pick. And then it shows you the restaurants in alphabetical order. Tells you the restaurant and location, what their specials are, what episode they were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and notes about the restaurant and the Yelp rating for that restaurant, which I thought was cool. So what I want to do is I want to take, and this is the 2 I'd fixed out. I'm re-recording this, by the way. This is the 2 that I had picked out, and I will have a front card that will have the picture and the information about that on the front of the card. Then on the back, I will pull the what to get items and their rating and what episode they were featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And that will go someplace in the layout. But how am I picking my restaurants? Well, I've already picked 3 or 2 this morning. One set was from New Jersey, and that was B, R, and V. And then I went to Alabama and I got E, W, and Q. Now with things like the Q, if there's no restaurants with the Q, I would go up a letter or down a letter and pick a restaurant from there. So I would either pick a P or an R. Same with the V or the W. Just bump up or down one and get one as close as I can to the letter. But how am I choosing my letters? That's easy. I have all these tiles, upper and lower case, at least one for every the alphabet in here, in this cheese container. And what I do is I just pull it open, pull out 3 tiles. There's 1, 2, 3. And those would be the 3 tiles I would work with. And I think that's an M because the other one was a W. I only have 1 of each in here. So let's look at a different state. Let's go to Missouri. Well, no, let's not go to Missouri. 90% of what they have in Missouri is in Kansas City. Let's go to Illinois. Let's try Illinois and see what we get. Now, there are 38 restaurants in Illinois on this. Del Sol Depot American Diner. Now, it's closed, which was a shame because it had a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Garifuna Flava. Kind of a Asian Oriental kind of thing. Arusa, Costa Rican. I love that place. Paradise Pup, Rex Italian. That place was awesome on the show. I did see that one. But we need an F. So let's see what we have for F. D, E, F, G. There is no F, but I could go to G's or I could go to H. So I would go to Garrafunas. Fresh cabbage, brown stewed with kingfish and seasoned in black pepper, bay leaf, and ricotta, served with a mixture of green ripe plantain boiled and blended. They have a split pea and pigtail soup. They were listed in Chicago's Finest, and you can only get it here. 2 different shows for diners, drive-ins, and dives. So that would be one that I would list. So I would list, let me put my Illinois up here. I have just a piece of notebook paper. Illinois, we had Garrafunas. It must be this paper. I keep thinking my pen's flipping. And then we needed a P. Paradise Pup. They are actually, Panozzo's is close. So let's do the Paradise Pup. And for M, there was no M. Yes, there was. MFK. Oh. They are in Diversey Parkway in Chicago. Crunchy prawn heads and seafood videos. Oh, paella, except noodles instead of rice with toasted capellini, pepperoni, saffron, and looks good. And it was featured on the Culinary Journey. And it's a seaside-focused eatery with Spanish influence. And it has a 4.5 out of 5 rating. Now, when you go up here and you pull up your state, you can see Illinois, they visited 38 restaurants in Illinois. Were they all in Chicago? Let's take a browse through and see what we find. Okay, I think we hit the bottom. Wadsworth, Illinois, Chicago, 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 Alsip, Chicago, Willowbrook, Burbank, Springfield, the Horseshoe, 2 slices of toast topped with hamburger, ham, bacon, sausage, turkey, chicken breast, pork tenderloin, walleye or buffalo chicken topped with cheese sauce and fries, or tater tots topped lunchtime seller as a hamburger with cheese sauce. That was featured on 3 different episodes. Most of them are all in Chicago, and you'll notice when you're going through the restaurants, majority of them are in the big cities. He doesn't get to the out-of-the-way places, which I really think, in my opinion, he's missing out by not going to those out-of-the-way places. So here's what I want you to do. If you have a place that is a local favorite, that is not a chain, that is a local, hometown, home-owned eatery, let me know in the comments below what state you're from and what the name of the place is. And I will go look it up and include it in the states book. I'd love recommendations from somebody who really eats there and is not Guy Fieri for TV. So that's our project for this week. Now, I'm getting this recorded on Tuesday to be uploaded for today, which is Wednesday, as you're watching this. And I'm making it short and sweet so it will get uploaded in case I lose power in this winter storm. That is currently dropping snow in my yard, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but by tomorrow morning when it stops, I might not think it's so pretty. So if you will leave that down in the comments below for me, I would appreciate your help, and I'd love to include you in the contributors section of this States Coffee Table Journal. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to share, subscribe, and I will see you back here Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time when we are kicking off the return of the Friday flip-throughs and premieres. So come back and visit with me in the chat room. I'd love to see you. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to subscribe, share, comment, and creative blessings.